It's safe to say that Bucks fever is at an all-time high here in Milwaukee. Almost every person we've seen downtown is wearing a Bucks t-shirt, a Bucks hat, Bucks pants, you name it, and we've seen it today. And in just a few hours, the Fiserv Forum will be full of fans who've waited 18 years to get back to this spot.
You might have heard of the word revenge. Well, the Brewers sure put the true sweet meaning to the R word, and I mean runs, not just revenge.
This Brewers outing is one that will never be forgotten. Craig Counsell used the word electrifying. Entire softball field where the Hodaks play is covered in snow. And if you look right here where I'm standing, there is at least 4 to 5 inches still left on the ground. So I think it's safe to say there won't be any softball played here anytime soon. Maybe a few snowball fights, but that's about it. And the baseball and soccer fields look the exact same way. The Raptors led for 37 minutes in game 1. That's the longest lead any team has had over Milwaukee in the playoffs, including their loss to the Celtics. One thing we've noticed about first-year defensive coordinator Mike Pettin is that we never know what we're going to see from him week to week.
In honor of Masters Sunday, it's only fitting that I wear Masters green this evening, but I think this man right here wears it a tad bit better than I do. Tiger Woods captured his 5th Masters championship. I think the biggest thing we're going to keep an eye on tonight is that defense and how both teams decide, to try and stop Kawhi and stop Giannis, and now Brooke Lopez and Kyle Lowry. That defense is going to be huge.
Mazie, so what might we see out there?
Lane, I don't know. The draft is like a reality dating show. You never know who will pick who. There's always a few surprises, and you just hope everything works out in the end.
We've been getting some laughs and sharing some hugs and shedding some tears.
Former Packers linebacker Nick Barnett just had one of the best weeks of his life.
I would do this every single year if I was able to.
From meeting fans to signing autographs and turning on the charm for the 2019 Green Bay Packers tailgate tour.
I've been here for a long time and lived here for 11 years, and you kind of grow fans and family.
Those fans rallied together at a party to raise money for the Habitat for Humanity of Langlade County. The tour also made former running back Ryan Grant realize Packers fans come in all ages.
Anytime you get a chance to be around kids, it just energizes you. I like being around the wise and elderly because they always give a phenomenal perspective on everything they've experienced.
One of those is Vietnam veteran Gordon Esselman, who has been a Packers fan for 60 years.
I'm very excited. This is the first time I've got close to the Packers.
His heroes thanked him for his service, and Esselman couldn't be more thankful.
I'm ecstatic. They're the greatest team there is.
The Packers say the tailgate tour was another reminder of the great place they came from.
This is one-of-a-kind place. It's one-of-a-kind team. It's different than any other team in the NFL. It's Packer territory out here.
In Anago, Mazie Vincent, Newswatch 12.
Where'd you get that? That's awesome.
That's the reaction Jesse Meyer and Mark Only keep getting when people see the new Buckhead hat.
The whole intention was to kind of celebrate our Wisconsin teams and heritage. Ta-da!
A Buckhead hat is a ball cap with removable foam antlers.
Mark and Jesse were inspired by the cheesehead and its impact it's had in Wisconsin, so they found a new way to celebrate their home state and their sports teams.
The antlers are flexible and the foam is quite similar to the cheesehead. The hats have been most popular for Packers and Bucks fans and even with hunters. The Buckhead business hopes the hats bring awareness to chronic wasting disease.
There's hours before any game. You're partying, you're having a good time, you're wearing just the most loud, fun, crazy things possible. So it's a perfect fit for that.
Creativity isn't lacking from the two creators. Jesse is a metal fabricator and Mark is a welder.
Screw insert for the antlers. Having some background knowledge on how to make stuff, the molds, so forth, sculpting the antlers was crucial.
Buckhead Hats has been in business for almost a year, and Mark and Jesse couldn't be more proud of their new creation.
It's just a matter of celebrating our great state and enjoying life and having a good time with other people and waving our Wisconsin freak flag.
Runners in Mercer raced for freedom this morning.
It's a good way for them to explore the North Woods, a good way to start out the 4th of July.
nearly 200 people raced in the 13th annual Run for a Vet at the Mecca Trails.
Giving something back to the community, giving something back to these men and women that are either have served or are serving our country.
One of those runners was James Gilliard. He was the first legally blind person to ever run in this race.
Until about 6 or 7 years ago, I was just stuck. I mean, I couldn't run by myself because of my vision, and now I'm able to go out, find guides wherever it is.
Race organizers found avid runner Paul Miller to be James's guide.
It warms my heart, and I feel very blessed to be able to be here.
Paul had never been a race guide before, but James knew he had his back.
The guides, they get a lot out of it. I get the ability to run, and it's a great relationship and partnership.
A relationship that formed based on service to each other while honoring those who have served.
Kicking it off where everybody comes out, comes together, has a great experience, and then all proceeds support those that are really the reason that we're here today.
In Mercer, Mazie Vincent, News Watch 12. Grace Petzold helped make dreams come true Friday afternoon.
Tell me what you are doing today.
Water ski, be able to do something that they may have never thought was possible is really inspiring to me.
Graceful Wakes hosted its 4th adaptive water ski clinic on Lake Pleasant in Conover. Grace founded the nonprofit after she got the chance to ski with her mom and her aunt, who both have disabilities.
Really inspired my family and I to want to provide that opportunity to other people here in Wisconsin. So we created Graceful Wakes and have been putting on adaptive water ski clinics ever since.
Have you skied before, Lydia?
Just seeing like the joy on not only the participants' face as they're experiencing the freedom of water skiing for the first time, or if they've been with us before for second or third time, is really, really memorable.
And the smallest moments mean the most.
Did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
What's your favorite part about it?
To have a new skill.
Just makes all of like the work that we put into it totally worth it.
It feels pretty good. The lake is really warm, and I love it.
Grace also wants these clinics to bring everyone together regardless of their ability.
I am so excited for hanging out with my girls here into the side here with me, and I love to being on the TV.
Seeing those grins on the skiers' faces will always mean something special for Grace.
I'm very proud. It has been such an amazing experience. Not only being able to like learn how the business side of it works, but also just being able to create all these memories and witness all these people's lives being transformed.
In Conover, Mazie Vincent, News Watch 12.
Mazie Vincent will be on the clock tonight as well, following the latest picks. She joins us live here in the studio with a look ahead. Mazie, good evening.
Lane, happy draft day. All sorts of names and positions have been bounced around when predicting the Packers' first pick. General Manager Brian Gutekunst said he's not after just one player or one position, and we all know it will be a huge mind game. Right now, Green Bay has the 12th and 30th pick, but with 2 picks, trades are likely to happen. The ESPN mock drafts predict the Packers to choose possibly a tight end, an offensive tackle, or defensive end.
This is what you work all year for, so it's really exciting to have the ability to try to help your football team and add to that mix.
This will be Gutekunst's second draft with the Packers. Green Bay picked cornerback Jair Alexander with its 18th pick in the 2018 draft. Alexander started in 11 games last season with 66 tackles. And another thing to note, the wide receiver rookie class from last year. The Packers chose Jamon Moore, Equanimeous St. Brown, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and all 3 of them saw the field last season as well. Now, coming up at 6, we'll dive into the Packers free agent season to try and find a glimpse into who the green and gold might choose this evening.
Sports Watch 12 with Mazie Vincent.
Welcome back to the show. Half of News Watch 12 sports team is officially back from vacation. And what a fun Friday night full of sports to come back to. The Hodags hit the road to face the Red Robins for the first time this season. This was the second game of the doubleheader. Anago looking to bounce back on top of the conference. Rhinelander not too far behind either. Second inning, and Elliot Orgeman shows off his speed with this single out left. The Hodags too slow getting it to first though. Now bottom of the inning, and the Red Robins executed a
perfect double play from Nasowiak to Doring at first. Doesn't get much prettier than that, and the first score of the game came in the third, and it was an absolute bomb from Eric Langsliff. His teammates kept yelling, "It's about dang time, sir," and Anago would go up 1 to defend. Now the Hodags had bases loaded and just walked in a run, and Schickert hits a grounder right past second to bring home Martin Hoger and Peyton Johnson. Now Rhinelander was up 3-1 when I left, but Anago swept the evening with a 10-point shutout and 8-4 win. Oh, the Crandon Cardinals hosted the Goodman Pembine Patriots for a Northern Lakes baseball matchup. Crandon's pitcher Trevor Hefter sends it deep center, almost gone, but not quite, as the Patriots filled the ball. Hefter heads to second and gets there standing up. Now Hefter went on to still third, and now he would still home on this wild pitch. Cardinals go up 3-0, and Garrett Ackley hits one straight at pitcher Caleb Nelson. Patriots get the out, but Ackley would bring in Jacob Hoyt. 5-0 Cardinals. Now Hefter comes to the plate and hits another bomb, this time to right field. He gets to first safely, and that would also bring in Mr. Bradley Shepard. Final score, Crandon 14, Goodman Pembine 0. Now for a quick look at some area scores from around the Northwoods, starting with some GNC softball. The Thunderbirds had a big showing at home against Medford, sliding in a 2-win run. Plus, Hodag boys tennis continues to dominate, sweeping Lakeland just a day before the GNC meet. Rhinelander will go into tomorrow with a 28-point lead. And of course, we have to give our tracksters some love. Rhinelander hosted an invitational, and the Hodag boys team crushed it, winning the meet. RHS won 10 events. Schwamigan coming in second, followed by Three Lakes and Wabeno. As for the ladies, Three Lakes dominated with 99 points. Schwamigan, Rhinelander, and Wabeno in the second, third, and fourth places. Well, the Brewers made their way to the Windy City, where I guess wearing construction hats is a cool thing, but the Cubs sure didn't give them a good reason to wear those hard hats. Ryan Braun got things rolling first with his 8th home run of the season, but this time it was off of Jose Quintana as he waved that ball goodbye. 1-0, and it stayed that way until Mike Moustakas was at the plate. He grounds the ball to first base, and Yasmani Grandal would take a chance and make a run towards home, and times it just perfectly. Crew up 2-0. Now into the 8th we go, and Jesus Aguilar up, and he knocks one right down center field, and that would make it 5-0 after Bronny made it home once again. Milwaukee grabs the shutout 7-0.